Felix Vander-Pallen live.
You're so much welcome, my dear. It's Felix Vander-Pallen live here on YouTube at Felix Van P, also on TikTok at FelixVanP.50 and on Instagram at Felix Vander-Pallen. Hope you're doing so well. Now, safety is something we cannot compromise on, and we cannot wait to hear or experience gory incidents before we do the right thing. I've heard folks say things like, we live in an era where we wait for the worst to happen before we take action or do the right thing. That's quite an unfortunate way to look at things. It's quite an unfortunate way to describe the era we live in. But I would like to touch on something here. Carrying kids on motorbikes, especially at the back of the rider or biker, and also at the back of the pillion rider or the passenger, if you like. For me, this is absolutely insane. It's incredible. It's madness. It winds me up, makes me seethe with rage. I literally find myself screaming at culprits a lot of times in traffic and so on when I see it happen. Envisage this thing going on whilst a bike falls into a huge pothole of some kind, or something happens along the line. How strong is the grip of a child in such a situation? You can imagine. Child falls off the bike. You can visualize the damage yourself. And the worst thing is mostly they are without helmet, without protection. How can we live our lives this way? This is quite worrying. I see it all the time. And I don't know if people are talking about it. Well, I haven't heard anybody discuss or talk about this. Maybe it's happening, but it needs a lot of attention. It leaves much to be desired. Carrying kids at your back. You find the ladies with kids at their back, tied with a cloth, sitting on a motorbike. What if the cloth goes off? It gets loose. You can imagine. People just don't care. Well, it's something worth looking at. I'd like to bring the attention of the IGP humbly, for that matter the police, to see how this issue can be addressed. What measures can be put in place to salvage any unwanted situation? The kids' life are at stake here. The women themselves, the passengers, the riders. How do we address this issue? It's something worth looking at. I thought I should bring this up for us to look at it. The safety of people, especially these kids, is of prime importance. You know, I'm not here to mar your business or plan, but just to remind us of how relevant our safety and well-being is. You know, I know these are some of the reasons why people would want to, make a shortcut and quickly jump onto a bike without being careful, having a kid at the back, especially the women, because you're either in a hurry, you want to beat traffic, or probably you think if you pick a cab, you're going to spend more. Whatever the reason is, your life and the life of the kid is more important. So let's look at that. Let's consider that every time we decide to take such an action. So let's give it the attention it requires and make sure that it is checked. It is Felix Vander-Pallen live, like I said, here on YouTube at Felix Van P, TikTok FelixVanP.50, and on Instagram at Felix Vander-Pallen. I hope you've been watching my videos. If you haven't, you can visit these social media handles and check out my videos. You take care of yourself, be good, and I'll be back another time with more action. I am Felix Vander-Pallen. I wish you a great week and a great time. Enjoy.
Felix Vander-Pallen live.